Former Navy SEAL Dan Crenshaw served our country for 10 years, including multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, losing his right eye during his third deployment. And yet he's still not done serving. Now he's running for Congress in Texas and just defeated State Representative Kevin Roberts for the Republican spot on the ballot 70-30. This, as a new op-ed declares, vote veteran to get the job done. So is this part of a new and important trend? Let's ask GOP congressional candidate in Texas and retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw. Sir, first of all, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
You got to that runoff because you were a distant second before that. More money was spent by other candidates from outside groups for other candidates. What was different about the race you ran that led to that vote, which is 70-30 is not a small margin of victory?
No, well, you know what? Our campaign really caught fire, and it caught fire because we were able to inspire others. You know, I like to use Reagan's quote, "The greatest leaders are not the ones who do the greatest things. They're the ones who get the people to do the greatest things." And just one supporter after another, they really drove our campaign to the finish line. And it was such an amazing thing to see. It was such an amazing thing to see so many people get inspired. And I think that just comes from being authentic, running an honest campaign. Don't necessarily tell voters what they want to hear, but just be clear with them, be honest with them.
Dan, you say our country needs leaders, not politicians, authentic. What did you tell people that they didn't want to hear that still drew them toward your campaign?
You know, we talk about hard issues. We talk about entitlement reform. We talk about the real world out there, you know, the real reason that we have troops overseas and why that matters when we're trying to protect Americans here at home. These are not easy things. These aren't your typical political talking points, but voters can take them. Voters are smart.
So you're saying the premise that a voter is smart as opposed to being dumb and need to be told what to do, or that they'll just abide by a campaign ad because they saw it, you were able to cut through that with authenticity, putting the flag first. People are yearning for that.
Absolutely. That and a lot of hard work. You know, veteran candidates are disciplined. We're fast learners. And we can also adapt to new facts on the ground without getting too emotional. I mean, that's just staying mission focused, I think, is important when you're running a campaign like this, going up against hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars in this case.
Dan, did you think you could win?
We always thought we could win. I'll tell you what, we always got told right away, hey, thank you for your service. When this doesn't work out, we hope you still stick with it. And my wife and I saw that. We're like, oh, no, how about we just win? I mean, why would we get into this? Why would we put ourselves through this if we didn't intend to win? And that's exactly what we did. And we're really proud of the way we ran this campaign. Of course, it's not over. We still need help going into November.
Sure.
We can't fall asleep at the wheel.
Well, sometimes the political class, even if they do appreciate it, it can be patronizing. Hey, kid, nice try. Thanks for your service. We'll see you in 10 years when you're ready to be a congressman. You blew right through that. Part of that is understanding what service means. This is Memorial Day weekend. We remember those who gave everything. As a vet who spent so many tours on the battlefield, talk to me what Memorial Day means to you.
I'm glad you asked. Memorial Day, I mean, it is about celebration. You know, across America right now, it's festive. We're barbecuing. We're fireworks. We're hanging out with our family. But here's the thing. Memorial Day to a different class of people means a different thing. And that's the warrior class. That's the men and women who have been overseas in combat. And it's their families who hold down the home front. You know, and to them, here's all they ask. They ask that you do not forget to remember. And that is so important. And here's another thing I think we should be asking of people. Remember why these men and women fell in the first place. And they fell so that we could live, so that we could continue serving our country and serve our community. I think that's what they ask in return.
Dan Crenshaw, perfect way to summarize. Appreciate your time.